On this day, 30th May 1967, Biafra was declared a free state from Nigeria. At this time in our history as a people, a dark cloud covered the land of the rising sun. A war of attrition and genocide was brought upon us. Men, women, and children gave their lives to defend our land. Today we remember their sacrifice. Today we lit candle lights to uphold the light of our freedom, because nothing can stop the movement of the people determined to be free.
This message is proudly endorsed by de facto customary government of Biafra.
Good day, viewers and subscribers. This is BVI Channel 1. It has been a very hectic day. Today is 30th of May 2024, the 57th year anniversary memorial for the Biafran people as the heroes and heroines who laid their life for the Biafran people during the genocide war is being celebrated and remembered. In case you just want to join in paying tribute, this program will come in various segments. We expect you to join. Unfortunately, we've been trying to overcome so many technical and unforeseen forces trying to stop this program today, but we must soldier on. Okay, since morning we've been here and on it. And I want to sincerely appreciate the people who are manning the goalpost at the Biafra customary government, the de facto Biafra customary government. Okay, they've been doing a whole lot of work, and we sincerely appreciate them for their support and their work for the Biafran people. All right, now let me quickly give you the update as it is happening around the Biafran land, especially as we had it unfortunate incident that happened at Aba. I don't have the graphic content here to play for you, but it is out there that 4 soldiers were killed in Aba. Today being the 30th May, unfortunately, is a very sad situation, which is unexpected of true Biafrans. And of course, we suspect, or Biafran people have actually started voicing out that it is not the handwork of Biafrans observing their Memorial Day. This is a mischievous, as people have alleged, and politically incited or politically motivated, orchestrated, whatever they call it, to dent today's memorial for the Biafran heroes. All right, having said that, let us move down to Onitsha. Onitsha was very calm and beautiful, coming out from 3 Junction down to Housing Estate. You can see that the filling stations, businesses, roads were deserted. Every business was shut down today, unlike before. Today, people seriously observed the sit-at-home. Estates locked their gates, okay, to observe this sit-at-home. Just like many people during Monday sit-at-home, you see a lot of people going about their personal activities, personal activities, and the rest of them. But today, it is not the same. Everybody sat at home to observe the Biafra Heroes Day, the Biafra Memorial Day. You can see the roads. I drove around town from Apaka to Housing Gate to GRA to even the government, local government in Onitsha North. Their gates were under lock and keys, as you can see that. So there was no activities at the local government offices or government offices, because the Biafran people are making a statement that they are remembering their heroes today. That is ShopRite for you there. Everywhere is shut down. People did not come out to do their normal stuff every morning. You know, the Monday sit at home now. People normally come out to do their sporting activities, do some small shoppings and there. But today's own is totally different, to show you that people are speaking with one voice. They are making their stance. Okay? Even when I drove across some of the busy streets, shops were shut down. The ever busy Oka Road was completely deserted to a large extent. Businesses along that line were completely off and shut down. Okay, because people are making a statement. People are observing freely and voluntarily observing this Memorial Day, sitting at home in sober reflection and in respect to their loved ones, their fathers, their mothers, their brothers, their uncles, their aunties who gave their all during this genocidal war against the Biafrans. You can see businesses are all shut down everywhere. Okay, this is a statement by the Biafran people to state that truly they are unperturbed, they are unmoved, they are ready to take the Biafran memorial to its highest point. Okay, I drove out through, coming out from the express, drove past, everywhere was just peaceful, as you can see. Okay, everywhere was just peaceful, and the few people I saw probably are people who may be going for something quite important to them, or probably want to meet up with their families, or people they want to be with in this memorial, because it's more like a sober reflection for the Biafran people. It's also more like a celebration, sort of, whom people are actually observing by sitting at home. Okay, not marrying. All about, it's all about sober reflection of what our people went through during that war of attrition against the Biafran people. This is the popular Enugu-Onitsha Expressway driving down towards Opiweka. You can see almost that I'm the one driving alone on that part, except for some few vehicles who came along, and maybe some of them heading outside southeastern part of Nigeria. But as you can see, this is the popular Enugu-Onitsha Expressway heading towards MCC down to Opiweka. You can see how the roads are, to tell you that the people are remembering their fallen heroes. Okay, this is exactly what is the update as we're bringing it to you live from the studios here. All right, and I can tell you, honestly speaking, that no one is being coerced to observe this sit at home. All right, going back, you can see these are some of the clips that we've played before, showing you that people truly observed this sit at home very well. Not because they are being coerced, not because someone is threatening them, not because there is a kind of hostility. No, there is no kind of hostility as far as the Biafran people observation of this sit at home is concerned. All right, in Anambra State, other places we've not heard of any other unforeseen circumstance. Okay, with respect to the Monday, today's sit at home, not Monday sit at home, because Monday sit at home happens every Monday. People did not even observe it the way they observed today. Okay, without taking your time, I will still bring you more of the updates, because it's far-reaching. Honestly, it's far-reaching, and the Biafran de facto customary government is actually on course to be part of this program today. All right, a call is coming in from some of the Biafra de facto customary government officials. I will take their calls as soon as I come back from this very insightful tribute and memorial for the Biafran people, courtesy of the Biafra de facto customary government. I'll be right back, my people. Don't go away.
On this day, 30th May 1967, Biafra was declared a free state from Nigeria. At this time in our history as a people, a dark cloud covered the land of the rising sun. A war of attrition and genocide was brought upon us. Men, women, and children gave their lives to defend our land. Today we remember their sacrifice. Today we lit candle lights to uphold the light of our freedom, because nothing can stop the movement of the people determined to be free.
This message is proudly endorsed by de facto customary government of Biafra.
Today marks the 57th anniversary of the emergence of the Republic of Biafra in the Comedy of Nations. On the solemn day of 30th May 1967, the Consultative Assembly from the then Eastern Nigeria unanimously affirmed the right to self-determination of their indigenous population to be identified as Biafra with their millennial name Biafra. The flag of the Republic of Biafra, consisting of a horizontal tricolor of red, black, and green, charged with a golden rising sun over a golden bar, was mounted to be suppressed no more. It also inspired the rhyme of the national anthem, Land of the Rising Sun. The motto of the Republic is peace, unity, and freedom. Why does the Republic of Biafra anthem have classical music symphony? Apparently and often overlooked, but in reality, there is a deep reason. Land of the Rising Sun, the text of the Republic of Biafra anthem, was composed on the notes of the Finlandia Symphony, written by John Sibelius in 1899 to celebrate the independence of Finland from Russia. The text of the anthem was written by Nnamdi Azikiwe, first president of Nigeria. In short, the resistance of Biafra against Nigeria with her colonial and post-colonial cronies in collaboration with allied international powers resembles the victorious struggle of Finland against Tsarist Russia. The right of self-determination in international law is the legal right for people to ascertain their sovereignty by a legitimate process. The right of self-determination as of then was only anchored in the United Nations Charter, which states in Chapter 1, Article 1, Part 2 that the purposes of the UN is to develop friendly relations among nations based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination of peoples. This has been reaffirmed in UN successive resolutions and declarations. The African Union Charter on Human Rights came into force later on the 27th of June, 1981. Biafra is the first nation of the world that put into effect this act of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Though a similar event previously happened in Katanga from the 11th of July, 1960, to the 15th of January 1963, and South Kasai from the 9th of August till the 5th of October 1962, then Belgium colonies, but was only in the form of shifting of powers and territories. Nigeria declared war against the Republic of Biafra on the 6th of July 1967, aberrant to any peaceful negotiation and dialogue in what it deceitfully coded as police action. Biafra was drawn into an unprepared war, and she fought for survival and for the true independence of Africa, as rightly noted by Biafran statesman and world-renowned writer Chinua Achebe. African statesmen Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, Leopold Senghor of Senegal, Omar Bongo of Gabon, and Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia clearly stood behind Biafra and condemned this African tragedy. True images of genocidal crimes against Biafran children, denuded, denutrited, dying with terrific kwashiorkor epidemics, symbolize how, when, and why the world nations failed humanity. Let's clarify a point. The recall on genocide and continual atrocities being melted against the people of Biafra is not a call to gain sympathy. Rather, it is redress for justice, which we must seek no matter what it takes. Human sympathy is a duty to all persons of goodwill. Liberty and justice is a right. Biafra stood out as a sacrificial lamb for humanitarianism after the Second World War. The 1977 additional protocols to the Geneva Conventions were consequent to genocide by starvation against Biafrans. International revulsion at the use of starvation as a method of mayhem on innocent Biafran children by the Nigerian government and cohorts was instrumental in the inclusion of clauses prohibiting starvation as a method of warfare in the 1977 additional protocols to the Geneva Conventions. In recent years, questions on genocide in Biafra have also become topics of academic debates. The Journal of Genocide Research, published by researchers of the International Network of Genocide Scholars, edited a special issue titled The Nigeria-Biafra War, 1967 to 1970, post-colonial conflict, and the question of genocide. 16th, 2014. The Republic of Biafra is now in a state of quiescence. Biafra has the appeal of first African political civil rights techno-administrative creativity, so much so that her anniversary is still a popular current phenomenon. Biafra's political landmark in the Comedy of Nations, despite colonial and post-colonial complot, demonstrated to Africa and the whole world that there was no human right more sacrosanct than the right to self-determination, when all the other reasons for the survival of a human family has been threatened by a colonial-created political union. It is a duty that this day must be remembered and celebrated by the Biafran families. Yes, the reason why the Republic of Biafra must be celebrated annually is still the same: the survival of Biafran people. It has been from the onset legitimately sought by her generations from different perspectives and currently interpreted by the young generation in civil acts of fundamental freedom and liberty. Biafrans feel the energy and the potential in their own rights as citizens, civil rightists or activists, to remember and celebrate this day. It is a moment for the sharing of experiences, reflections, and appraisal which, if correctly understood and exercised in view of the Nigerian national predicaments, is beneficial for our common good. The recollection of memories by Biafrans, home and abroad from all walks of life, has been essential in the revival of Biafra heritage and legacy that were being negated and canceled by Nigerian authorities that have been. Equally important have been the experiences handed over by our heroes, heroines, and veterans. Biafran anniversary is also an important moment of unveiling the Biafran values to younger generation Biafrans, friends, well-wishers, and detractors, such like when it comes to values of nationhood created under the dictates of human liberty. Biafran legitimate defense for self-determination has been one of the best documented in the history of conflicts in Africa. Unfortunately, it has also been the most denied and hidden, even under threat by the Nigerian government and cohorts. Substantial facts and evidence of declassified documents and files from archives are now revealing what transpired, with silence offensiveness engaged by the masterminders and protagonists. Much is still expected and need to be done, as to always remember and not to forget the heinous act against the peace-loving people of Biafra.
On this day, 30th May 1967, Biafra was declared a free state from Nigeria. At this time in our history as a people, a dark cloud covered the land of the rising sun. A war of attrition and genocide was brought upon us. Men, women, and children gave their lives to defend our land. Today we remember their sacrifice. Today we lit candle lights to uphold the light of our freedom, because nothing can stop the movement of the people determined to be free.
This message is proudly endorsed by the Facto customary government of Biafra.
That is it. That is the tribute as prepared by the de facto Biafra customary government, or you may call it de facto customary government of Biafra. We really appreciate them for that very tribute and that very wonderful statement they've made through this very video you just watched. Okay, we're going to take a few calls from members of this noble organization putting together efforts to enable Biafran people organize and have a clear pathway for the self-determination agitation. I think I have the first person right here on the line right now. Hello, good evening from here, from the land of the rising sun, Biafra land.
Good morning from here, New York City.
All right. Honestly, I'm very sorry that today we had serious issues, technical issues, unforeseen forces, probably trying to stop this program from airing live. But nevertheless, we are recording this program and the people will hear the voice of the Biafran people across globe. Please introduce yourself for the benefit of those who are going to be watching or listening to this program.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Chinedu. I am Sir Joe Maria of Fodele. I am speaking from here in the United States, New York City, precisely. I am currently the head of the parliament, of the Biafra Facto customary parliament. I thank God that you have called me in, and I'm here to at least make my input. Thank you.
All right. So tell us what is Biafra to you, especially the 30th May? What is it for you?
Yes, my brother, I thank you so much for this good question. Biafra, that name Biafra, resonates in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit, in my whole being. It brings light into me. That name Biafra. That name is a blessing to me and to all of us who are Biafrans. If you say Biafra in your spirit, in your mind, and profess Biafra, you will have the light shining around you and going along with you. So Biafra is light. Light in me and light around me.
Go on, we can hear you.
Yeah, and then this started May. I was little when it happened. Honestly, there are so many, tales and stories to it. But it is a reality, and it was real. A reality that I witnessed. Ojukwu was literally forced by the entire Biafran nation to declare Biafra. We all ran away. I was born in the north, we all ran away coming back home. And the only way out is to say, okay, you don't want us, you drove us, you killed us, now let us be. And he did his best to make sure that separation did not come. He went to Aburi. He agreed in everything that happened in Aburi. He held his friend Gowan in hand and made sure that he swore an oath that even though he's more educated, more enlightened than him, that he will be totally subject to him. Agrees to what we have just agreed. He will be the head of state, he will lead, and he will be a subject to him. Let peace reign. And what happened eventually? They came back, and the Nigeria would say the bad bellies. The same thing that is happening now is happening. The truth will be there, and people who are, I will not say, incarnated by the evil one, people who are demonized, wouldn't see the truth, wouldn't see the light, they'll be going the other way. Gradually, they messed the whole thing up. And that was what brought us to the entire people saying, let us be. Let us be. And then let us be, Biafra came up. And the whole world became blind to the reality. And at the end of it, was shocked. But thank God that some part of the world sees also. Because I remember I was in the mission. Caritas was coming, Red Cross was coming, World Council of Churches was coming. You know, the Protestants and all the other religious bodies came through World Council of Churches. The Catholic brought in Caritas. Then the Red Cross were bringing relief, and the few missions that were not rampaged by war became the distribution center. The living room of the parish house became the storage of this relief. When it comes, we begin to share. A few little boys, about 3-4 of us. We allocate, we share, it's hunger. Hunger is the worst factor that they use on that war. But at the end of it, we thank God that at the end of the day today, we are talking about what happened 57 years ago. 30th May is a day that the living should remember. And the dead will be happy that we are remembering the day that we declare that we will want to be ourselves. And we see hope. Positively, we see hope. That if it's the will of the Father, it will come true one day. Though not by guns and bullets, but naturally by the way it has always been in the whole entire human race.
All right, sir. Today, people were seen in Onitsha observing sit at home in respect to the Biafran fallen heroes. Unlike other days where people go about doing their normal business or personal business, not really engaging in their normal business, actually. Today, roads were deserted. Anambra State was peaceful, although we had hitches about Aba, where some hoodlums posing as whatever they may call themselves. But the ultimate thing is that it was alleged that some hoodlums attacked an army position, killing 4. But in Anambra State and other parts of southeast is very calm. The popular Opiweka was shut down. Poto parks were shut down. People were not traveling. In fact, it was just like a normal Christmas day where people stay at home to enjoy, to memorize, to have a sober reflection of what happened. Schools were closed. Street shops, markets were all shut down, and the roads were deserted. From the lock-up shops of all the nooks and crannies everywhere, people, showed that truly they are making a statement that every one of us in the Southeast, in one way or the other, is affected or touched by that genocidal war of attrition against the people who were only asking to survive. They were only asking to be preserved. So today, 57 years later, the agitation and surge for the freedom of the same people continues. Now, having taken a look at what is happening, people who locked up their shops to make this statement today, what can you say is still fueling this agitation for the freedom of the Biafran people? Just in a brief, so that we can end this segment and reconvene back again on the next segment.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me the general brief. I'm not there, and you just gave me how it has happened all through within your zone and within the areas you could have seen. Thank you so much for giving that briefing. I tell you, what you just asked me is simply the spirit of Biafra still alive. And you can, like I told you, I say when I say Biafra, smile comes all over me. And wherever, I go to some meetings here and there, some people say Biafran man. Of course, we will shake properly. Sometimes we take three back and then one forward. You might go Anaketo, Biafran man. It's a special thing. It's the spirit that is still moving. And that is the truth also. The truth can never be hidden. The truth still lingers and continues on until it is made manifest, until it is established. And that's what it is. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for that. And we sincerely appreciate you for joining on this very segment. We hope that on the next segment, more people will be brought in to make their submission. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. God bless.
Happy Biafra Day.
Happy Biafra Day, my brother, and same to you.
All right. Okay, that is it from our brother from the United States. And we are grateful that we're bringing this segment to a close. And the next one will be followed by the Biafran veterans who made their own statement regarding their experience during that genocidal war. Thank you for watching this far. Please help us share these videos and also drop your comment on the comment section. Let the discussion continue from there. I still remain associated Peters, saying may God bless you and keep every one of you alive. And to the Biafran people, happy Biafra Day. Bye-bye for now.
On this day, 30th May 1967, Biafra was declared a free state from Nigeria. At this time in our history as a people, a dark cloud covered the land of the rising sun. A war of attrition and genocide was brought upon us. Men, women, and children gave their lives to defend our land. Today we remember their sacrifice. Today we lit candle lights to uphold the light of our freedom, because nothing can stop the movement of the people determined to be free.
This message is proudly endorsed by de facto customary government of Biafra.